Welcome to This Broadcast Belongs to Them. What's up, everybody? Oh, don't pick your nose on YouTube.
I do it with my knuckle. I'm classy.
All right, at least you're classy. That's all I meant.
Yeah,
The other
start
nostril.
that.
If we pick, do we not bleed?
Oh, boy.
Seinfeld reference for it.
What do you expect from me? I did a pound of blow right now.
Really? Before the show?
Some bitch took you this long to tell me? Break it out.
I guess that's what you needed to listen to this week's album, Mercyful Fate's 9.
It would certainly fit its energy level.
It would. No, I actually really like this album. Very good album. It's the last album they've done since, 1999.
Jesus.
So, yep.
9! Man, he has a hard-on for 9.
He does. He
Yeah.
does. There's 9s everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What's the meaning of that? Is this some satanic thing?
A satanic number.
Yeah, it's something about a lot of numbers add up to 9. How it works out, I don't know. I want to really kind of figure that out. I was actually thinking if all his albums were released on a certain date, because they would round up to 9 somehow.
I don't know.
Wasn't that the
Numbers
9th
piss me
album?
off. There's too many of them.
I
This is
believe
the
so.
7th album.
7th album?
I think so.
You think we would know?
Oh, no, nothing
Yeah,
about nothing.
it is.
It should-
seven.
She's correct.
It is
I
the
just did it in my
seventh
head.
one, yeah.
You would think it
It
would
is
be
the
9,
7th
though.
And then the song 9 is the 10th song on the 7th album.
Figure it out.
Noticed
It's nine
when I
songs.
was
It probably all adds up to
looking
9
at,
somehow.
I noticed when I was looking at different reviews and information about this album online earlier today that the fact that the track 9 is number 10 on here really, really pisses a lot of people off. That seems so arbitrary to me to deduct points from an album for something that stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
People that get upset with that have like the most easiest life, live with their parents, they don't pay for anything. I mean, imagine getting upset over that and not that they raise your electric bill.
It's OCD. A little OCD.
Yeah, that's a little bad OCD. I'm
Yeah.
getting upset about
That's
that
all
kind of
it is.
stuff.
That's all.
It's all right. We'll forgive everybody that watches the show if that's you. All right? I'll forgive you anyway.
I won't. Go
He
cut me a
forgives you.
switch.
We just lost like
forgives
5
you.
subscribers. Thanks.
Could have
Now we're
switched.
back on
But
the 4.
we probably gained a few in the BDSM crowd.
Yeah.
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 When are we going to
When
start
I
this
close
show?
the door, I open a window.
All right, let's get to 9 and get this over with.
Well,
So,
what's
again-
your hurry, Bal?
Oh, I'm very tired. Again, another album cover with the something similar to "Don't Break the Oath." Like "Dead Again" was kind of similar. Well, actually, was "Don't Break the Oath," and then this one's again a picture of Satan on the front cover. But it's
Yeah.
cool, and actually, the same guy who did "Don't Break the Oath" and some of the other
Oh,
Mercyful
is
Fate
it?
covers.
I did not
did this
know
one as
that.
well. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whole-
But yeah, this is so much cooler than the Dead Again cover, though. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it really represents well
yeah, it does.
them channeling the old days. I mean, it's almost like Mercyful Fate is back. This, for me personally, is my favorite album they did in the '90s.
Yeah.
I put it up there right in the shadows. Time 9. Those are my top 3 of the 90s.
Yeah, I love Time. But yeah, because Satan is back.
I
Holy
love
crap!
both of those two.
Holy-
And yes, Satan
Oh
is
my
back.
God!
And this is almost like Mercyful Fate's thrash.
He's got
album,
wings.
too.
Right.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
little more straightforward. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, and we'll talk about it when we get into the song. It's actually a song on this album that King hardly uses falsetto at all. A little tiny bit.
Yep.
You guys remember what track that is? Hint, it's my favorite track on the album.
Oh.
It wasn't my favorite track till I saw him play it live, and then I thought, damn, that is a good song. And now it's like my favorite. It's so killer, but we'll talk about it when we talk about it.
Yep.
We'll talk about it when we talk about it. But let's start at the beginning. Last Rites. After the previous album, Dead Again, this is almost a breath of fresh air. The way this album kind of starts out, going fast from like the beginning. You know, one thing I noticed, and it's a theme throughout this whole album, there's flange everywhere. There's flange on guitars, there's flange on bass, there's flange on his vocals, and there's probably flange on drums at some point in here as well.
Fuck, man, speak English.
It's
You
a
know
bit
Or
much.
die!
You don't know what flange is?
No, I don't.
It's when it
Isn't
sounds
that
like it's
fucking
underwater.
French dessert?
Okay.
Not flan.
Well, whatever.
Flan is a delicious Cuban
flan.
dessert.
Flange.
Cuban,
But
yes, it is. I like flan.
Lisa described that well. It sounds like, the instruments are kind of like underwater sound. So there's a lot of this.
There. Thank you for speaking English there, Lisa.
Yeah.
But it starts off with that with the guitars, and then I didn't know what to expect with this album because the last one kind of slow throughout the whole thing, and this one just starts off really fast, and I loved it from the first notes he hit. Even his vocals sound a lot better, I think. I love the double bass drumming. The dueling guitar solos sound a little bit more like classical Mercyful Fate than the last album, and I think the band kind of got it on this one. Lisa.
I agree, man. I think this is a kick-ass album. I do have some issues with the mix and with some of the choices that were made, and we'll probably talk about those song by song. Because I first heard that guitar tone on the intro, and I was like, oh no, we're lost in the 90s. Because this is an album I missed. I was like a working bluesaholic by this time. By the time this came out, I was working in blues clubs all the time, and I was listening to a lot of blues. So I missed this album. But yeah, I heard the intro, and I was like, oh no. And then it just like punches you right in the face, and it just really kicks into high gear. And there's some high stuff, and his voice sounds a little rough. His voice sounds kind of different just on this song. But I was thinking, is he just trying to be really gruff? I don't know. The fucking solos are just killer, blistering solos. The chorus kind of reminds me of the song "The Afterlife" on Time. Can you see that? Remember that? Yes, that kind of reminds me of The Afterlife. But Hank Sherman wrote this song, so it's like, okay, I get it. And the only thing that's weird about it is when he goes, "Self."
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I like that part.
I self.
Ralph.
But whatever.
Oh yeah. It's a cool song. I like it a lot.
Great
But like you said, when it starts off, like how Dead Again was kind of produced and mixed, it sounded like it was going to be like that again. I'm like, and it still kind of is, but the songs are better. Ralph.
Right out the gate, man. Straightforward, crushing, metallic onslaught on this one.
Yeah.
The whole "I don't believe in heaven, I don't believe in hell. Save it for yourself." Great. The best track on this album to open it. Little straightforward, though it does have its little moments. But there's some songs on this album. This is the most straightforward Mercyful Fate album, where they don't really take a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah.
This one a couple, but it's just a pummeling song, and absolutely love it. I love Last Rites. One of my favorites on here.
Yeah, it's a good one. Greg?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on here, too. And it is a really straightforward record, but not only is it, faster and meatier than the one before, but they sound alive here. That's what really bothered me about Dead Again, is they just sounded like they were going through the motions. I mean, I still like that record, but definitely not one of their best. This is my favorite after Don't Break the Oath.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, the guitar. Well, yeah, Melissa, don't break the. Well, EP technically first. Anyway, not the point. Yeah. But even though it's really straightforward, this album reminds me of Sabbath in a lot of ways, especially Dehumanizer, where they kind of did something different, but still kept that essential doomy sound. And they do that here, where they kind of master the verse, chorus, verse thing, and do their own thing with it without it ever getting boring. But no, there's not a lot of progressive elements to it. But that doesn't really matter when they're doing the dual lead work like they are in this song.
Yeah.
Plus, he sings about the devil a lot. Again,
he does,
finally.
Which is leads us to our next song, "Church of Saint Anne." I don't know. In a way, it kind of feels like he's trying to say "Church of Satan," but disguising it as Saint Anne.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a play on words.
Is it? All right, that's what I figured. But they bring the song down a little bit on this one, a little slower than Last Rites, but it's still an awesome song. There's a lot of really great stand-up guitar moments in here, a lot of heavy riffs. I love the verses, and especially the chorus too, where it slows down, and even the lyrics for the chorus are really cool too. Who was talking?
Yeah, sorry,
tell him
I
to
had
shut
it
up.
on mute.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a good song. I like this song a lot, and he distracted me, Ralph.
Yeah, I like this one too. It's an awesome mid-paced song with blasphemous lyrics. What's not to like? This is one of the standout tracks for me, man. This is one of those albums that I got right away. This ain't like a grower type album.
No.
And this is a damn good song, man. I was really enjoying this when I first heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Church of Saint Anne. Awesome. Church of Satan.
Yeah, Sabbathy. It's Sabbathy. It's got some bluesy kind of pentatonic riffs in there. It's got a badass ripping bass tone and some cool bass runs. The guitars are crunchy. Got these dreamy melodic sections. I kind of wish at some point they had kicked it into a different gear, but it's okay because the whole album changes gears a lot from song to song. So it's a little bit proggy, the song, just a little bit, but like you said, a lot. This is more straightforward, and they kind of go back. They're more song oriented, verse, chorus. But yeah, very cool song. There's that weird guitar tone, that kind of overly flangey guitar tone, like the flange is too fast.
Yeah. That
was from the intro on the solo, and so it's kind of like, I'm not crazy about that, but that's a stylistic thing. So.
What color was?
I was gonna say, as much as I like this record and this song, that actually did bother me a little bit on this when I listened to it again for the first time in a long time today. That guitar tone, especially on the transitions to the bridge on this, makes it sound really awkward when you first hear it. I mean, it's cool once I'm used to it, but I don't think that's how I would have done that.
Yeah. What color was that vinyl you just took out, Ralph?
I think it was gray.
Gray?
Is your gray?
Oh, yeah, gray.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, it's got a regular black one. Greg?
I like black vinyl more than colored vinyl. I prefer my vinyl like I like my vinyl like I like my Sabbath.
Me too.
I love black vinyl. I mean, colored vinyl's cool and all now, because they actually improved it where it actually sounds like a black vinyl. But a lot of times you go buy a vinyl, it's like the colored vinyl's like $1 or $2 more. It's like, give me that black vinyl. I don't care. You know what I got today? Nothing to do with. Oh, actually, it has a little bit to do with Mercyful Fate.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw more open for Mercyful Fate, and I got this today. It's a 3 vinyl set of this amazing album.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
You guys, album, Into the Mirror Black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
MiamiMetalMerchant.com. You can get this. It's a 3 vinyl set. 3 vinyls, and it brings I haven't listened to this yet. I just got this. It brings a live show in Reseda, which is Yeah, because it's side 1, side 2, side 3 is the vinyl. The rest of it is live, and it's awesome. I mean, I think it's awesome. We'll see.
Do you know who they are, right?
I've seen Sanctuary on that tour, and I saw them on Refuge Denied, open for Megadeth and Warlock.
Oh,
Nice.
And I've seen Nevermore more times than I can even count.
oh okay. Yeah. I love
So,
Nevermore.
yeah,
I
of
like
course I
Nevermore a
knew
lot more
Sanctuary.
than Sanctuary. But Sanctuary's
I love Nevermore too, but I don't know, man. I mean, I'm an older. Timeline's everything. I've heard
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
yeah. They're two totally different bands too, you know.
Yes, Sanctuary is a little more straightforward,
Yeah.
metal, thrashy, where Nevermore's a little more proggy, and Nevermore opened the 9 tour.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I love that. Very cool. Greg, did you say Church of St. Anne? Can't remember now.
Oh yeah, no, I really like this song. This is actually the one on here that probably reminds me the most of early Mercyful Fate. This one has that real Melissa-style dirty immediacy to it, but it's also very Sabbathy. I like it.
That's right. Next, Sold My Soul. Love this one. Again with the flange bass this time.
Yeah.
Brings the album back up a little bit faster. Only thing that bothers me a little is that the lyrics are very repetitive. And maybe the song could have been shortened a little bit to like kind of get rid of that repetitiveness. But otherwise, I like the song. There's a lot of cool guitar riffs in here.
I feel like he was a little lazy on his lyrics throughout this album, actually.
Yeah.
That's one of my only issues with it. But it works with the songs. I just feel like he was more inventive with his diction in the past.
Yeah. Well, maybe because the little bit of a change in the music maybe didn't work well with some of the lyrics. If he would have wrote more extravagant lyrics like he usually did, maybe they wouldn't have worked so well. I don't know. Because there's not so many changes and stuff in the music this time.
Well, I think it's because like the music, he's kind of simplifying a lot here.
Yeah. Which is very. It's making me wonder what the next album's going to be like. You know, is it going to go back to like the original type styles? Or going to continue this way?
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're going to go back to the old stuff. They're going to have a more old-fashioned sounding album, they said.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Sold My Soul, Lisa?
I like it. It's different. It's kind of far out, you know. It's like some of these 90s albums, they have these like really hippie trippy kind of elements to them. And so like that trippy flangey bass and then clean guitars and ahs and clean vocals. And at one point he sings like really low and clean and stuff. Not the craziest arrangements, you know, it's more of a straightforward arrangement, but it makes sense and the song makes sense. The transitions make sense. I think it's cool. It gets kind of Sabbathy and show your horns, you know, in the middle there, and you know, it's a well written song. I like it, and it's different. It is different.
Yeah.
To me.
Ralph.
I like that epic bass line that kicks off the track, and this one does have some cool, you know, changes that is expected, and I think it's another killer track, and I love King does that little spoken word, then belts out that chorus. Fucking awesome. I love it. I love Soul My Soul. Cool track.
It is a cool track. He does that growly voice too in that one part in the song. Oh, what the hell? What does he say? I had it in my head 2 seconds ago and I lost it. After he says, "I sold my soul to the devil is due." He does his usual death metal growl, whatever.
Yeah,
you're all looking at me like you have.
I can't remember.
I know exactly where you're talking.
He used the flange.
There's a lot of flange on his vocals in this one.
Flange on the snare.
He does do it as like a death metal growl after he repeats it like twice, I think. I forget exactly where it is in the song, but I know what you're talking about. I
think it's to the devil is due or something like that he says.
Yeah, no, that's what he says.
That's what he says.
The chorus, All
right, House on the Hill. There's another cool one. Starts off with a double bass. This one's a bit shorter, which is, you know, I think it's the perfect length for this song. Doesn't need to be long like the other one was, too repetitive. But actually, again, this is a little bit repetitive. The lyrics, I really don't like how he does the chorus and that extra little part where he says, wait, what did I fucking write here? But I really like how he does the chorus and that extra little part where he says "in" and it's kind of our. Oh, in the chorus he sings it and then he adds like another word in there, like the word "in," and it's kind of like off sync with the other lyrics. You remember?
It's upbeats. It's all these upbeats.
Yeah, something like that.
It's all syncopated.
But it's kind of off. But it sounds pretty cool the way he like threw that in there while he's doing the chorus. So I think that was cool. Otherwise, really cool song. I like House on the Hill. You know, it's pretty upbeat and it's a fun song. Ralph?
Yeah, it's killer, dude. It's a hard driving song. Reminds me of the pace of Egypt when Egypt crying. And the lyrics are a bit lazy, I think. You know, I do hear some thought put into it, but it's a great song. You know, I really dig this one. It's kind of like a dark horse on here, I think. House on the Hill is pretty fucking epic. I love it.
Let's go to the House on the Hill. Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
That's clobbering. It's relentless, this song. It kicks ass. It just starts right out just kicking your ass. This bass guitar, it's headbanging. I like the chanted chorus. Usually he's got some kind of kind of chorus. And he's just like chanting in this in a way. And the only problem that the only thing that I don't like about it is the punches in the middle. When they produced it, whoever edited it,
I know what you're talking about.
Like took everything out,
Mm-hmm.
just sucked everything out, and it sounds cleaned up in between the punches, and it sounds really artificial. It sounds really fake. I don't know if they had some kind of technical problem where they were like, well, it's either this or that, and you pick which sucky thing, But I doubt it. I think it would have been better off just leave the cymbal noise, leave the string noise or whatever, or the reverb hanging out, reverb tails or whatever. But yeah, that part really fucking annoyed me. But other than that, I think it's a kick-ass song.
I forgot about that part. I actually like that part. It sounds kind of like a ghostly type thing, It's kind of like it just, like you said, it just kind of like stops abruptly, It's weird, but it's cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Greg.
I like it a lot, and I think that part's cool a lot because, this song's a belter, and this is one of the more pure thrash ones on here. And I like the lower tone, lower octave vocals he sticks with and does for the most part on this album. I think it fits this song pretty well because it's more about the guitar between Sherman and Weed on this than anything. And that stop in the middle and just the way this is played kind of reminds me a little bit of 90s Megadeth, like early 90s Rust in Peace Countdown era. And I like that type of sound, so I thought it was cool. But this is one of my favorite songs on here. I love House on the Hill.
Yeah, good one. Burnin' Hill is actually my favorite song on the album. And like a House on the Hill, it just takes off with that double bass. And my favorite part is the pre-chorus where they change up the beat a little bit and they play the scales down, and King's like singing over that. Mm-hmm. And again, more flange. This time, King's voice in the chorus has that flange on it. This album should have been renamed Flange Number 9 or something. But I love the dueling guitars in here as well towards the end. I mean, this is just an awesome song. I love it. Lisa?
Yes, I fucking love this song. It's classic. It's got the classic King Diamond vocals, Guitar Hero kind of stuff going on. It breaks down to that Muppet groove, so it's like it's the classic King. You know what I'm talking about? It's got these super tasty, like this dual solo that's like super neoclassical and like written out, super tasty. It ends, it just like just really ends abruptly. Those chord changes. It's this cool chromatic kind of chord. Like you say, that really stood out for me too. That's kind of proggy. But again, there's some questionable mixing. Just as far as a taste goes, there's some questionable mixing in there. But, it's also maybe that's kind of, it was the tail end of the 90s and bands like Korn are coming up and stuff like that. So I think it might be my favorite one on the album too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Ralph?
It's an absolute crusher. Straightforward, kick-ass. I love how King delivers the song with those operatic parts he does, and it's a simple song but very effective. I find it catchy, and I give this one a solid 10. Not my favorite on here, but it's still a 10.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one. Greg, where are your Angels now?
In the outfield. I don't know. Anyway, this is a great song, though.
All right, good.
I love how we. No, sorry.
The end.
Throat. Yeah. No, I love how he does the falsettos and the operatic on here. It really fits with it. But the guitars in this song are amazing.
Yeah, they are. Everything in this song is amazing. It's an amazing song.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say this is my favorite one on here, actually, looking at the rest of the track list. I really like a couple of the other songs, but this one is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. The Grave. Again, they slowed it down like on the Church of St. Anne a little bit. Very doomy, almost Black Sabbath or Candlemass sounding. I like how they change up in the middle of the song and speed up again towards with the double bass, and then go back to the doom type feel towards the end. Really cool song. Lisa?
Yeah, it reminds me of Zero the Hero, from that Ian Gillan Black Sabbath.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of that, especially that intro in the beginning. And it's kind of cool because I like the lyrics. They're these cool occult lyrics, It's a little mathy in the drums. So there's nothing super proggy about it, but there's a part where the kick drum flips over. And so they kind of switch up the beat a little bit. So it's got some, it's got some cool little details in there. I like this part where the bass keeps droning while the guitar changes. The bass keeps going and the guitars. So it goes along more with the drums. It's well arranged. And you know what I've noticed? And Ralph, I think it was you that was complaining about how he would end with this vocal thing at the end. And he would always, say something at the end of every song. And it seems like on this album, it's like guitar outros. It's like a lot of guitars. And he stopped singing long before the song's over. So maybe they were thinking that too. We gotta stop doing that, man.
And I believe it was Wayne that said that.
Actually, it might have been Will. It might have been Will Carroll. Yeah.
Oh.
When we did
I
the
could
Budo
swear
show.
it was one of you guys.
That was Will.
Says the same thing at the end.
Ralph, The Grave.
This one's kind of filler to me, but it's like killer filler. It has some really cool heavy riffs scattered on this one. I don't think it sucks at all. Don't get me wrong. It's just what we've heard so far is like much better. Yeah. But boy, to have a song like this as filler is a good sign. Yeah. And it's not my least on here, but my least favorite. But I dig it. I just feel like it's kind of there, and it's not skippable. I wouldn't skip the song, but everything that we've heard before it, I think is far superior. But it's definitely killer filler. That's the best I can say about this.
Yeah, I think the whole album really is. There's really no bad songs on this whole album.
No, there's not. My least favorite is it's a good one.
Right. Yeah. Greg?
Main riff to this one is a little boring. I agree with Ralph. It's killer filler, but it is still filler. It doesn't have the same epic feel to it the first 5 tracks did. It's a little bit of a step down.
Right.
But it's still a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it did its job. It's a song.
Yeah, I just feel like that riff could have been a little bit more interesting, and I'd like it better.
Yeah. But, it all led up to the next song, Insane. I mean, that title says it all in this one, I think. I think it's got to be the fastest Mercyful Fate song yet, right? I don't ever think I've heard them.
It's like a thrash tune.
Yeah. Well, it's the fastest all the way through Mercyful Fate. So.
Yeah. It's I don't know how you pronounce his name, but I think it's Jorn. His drumming he's on fire through this whole entire song. Yeah. There's 2 spots where he stops for a second. And then as soon as he stops, he's just back up to doing the double bass again. I would be dead in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, man. It's almost like a drum machine.
Yeah, who knows? But he's got some fast legs. But yeah, I mean, he's my favorite part in this whole thing. I just heard him, even though it's the same beat throughout the whole song, and even the guitars, everything, the whole song is the same way all the way through. Basically, it's still a cool song. I still think it's one of my favorites on this. But yeah, it's an awesome song, and you really never hear him do something like this all the way through like that. So that's what kind of interests me in this song a lot. So I like this one, Ralph.
Yeah, this was the first song I heard off the album because I used to do this college radio show. I mean, I was like a guest on there, and they used to get CDs early, so they got 9 before it came out, and the DJ picked this song to play, and he didn't even tell me because he knew I was a huge Mercyful Fate fan, and he kept it quiet that he had this. Then when he started playing it, we all like, we do a little chit chat during the song. But then I hear that fucking voice. I'm like, dude, this is King Diamond Mercyful Fate. Yup. And then he holds up the CD. I was like, oh, what the hell? And oh my God, this song is just unbelievable. And yeah, for a while, this was my favorite song off the album because it's just so pummeling, and and that. Yeah, that double bass insane, and the lyrics, oh, doctor, kill the pain. When I look in the mirror. I love that stuff, man. This is one I like to play on my radio show a lot. I played this quite a bit. Because, not a lot of people are aware of this. And I remember my friend Holy George, who is like the death metal guy, but he's a huge Mercyful Fate fan. When we drove to St. Petersburg to see this show, I played him this song first. I go, dude, this is a new Mercyful Fate. And he was like, what the fuck? I was like, right? And unfortunately, they didn't play it. But what a great song. But there was a song that's coming up that eclipsed it because of that show I saw. But I love it. Insane is my very close second favorite song on here.
Wow. Very cool. Who's listening to Mercyful Fate now? In the background.
Yeah, I hear a little.
I moved my arm and my headphones came unplugged so you could hear it very quietly coming over the speakers.
I'm like, what is that noise? Lisa.
Yeah, man, this song, it's kind of like Painkiller. It's just relentless. It just doesn't let up. And when you think it's good, it's like you think, oh, they're going to change it up.
Yeah,
no, they're not. They're going to keep punching you in the face repeatedly. And one thing that I noticed, and I thought that you might complain about it, Wayne, is they do that Middle Eastern kind of harmonic minor thing.
Yeah.
Like that, the mad Arab kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they worked it in so cool. You didn't even bother you, man. That single note guitar melody, and it works. It gets a little mathy in the middle, so it's got some bells and whistles. But again, Hank uses that fucking annoying, super fast flangey patch again. Sounds like he's underwater. It's the only thing that bothers me. But other than that, it's like that song just slams right out of the gate and doesn't stop. Killers.
And how it ends. It's like so pummeling, and then how it ends with that. It's like even gets even more, because the thing is, the song is so fast, but the guitars are kind of doing, and even King is kind of singing at mid-pace. Right. Everything's kind of mid-pace except the drums. But at the very end, everybody comes in like real fast with the and fucking awesome. What a song.
Awesome. Greg.
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the song too. Like destruction level type shit.
Yeah, it's like
I love it.
Yeah, Inferno overkill type shit.
Yep. I love it. My second favorite song on here is just pure thrash. And the drums, total spotlight of this.
Yeah. Awesome job. Kiss the Demon kind of mellows it out again. Pretty good song. There's some similarities between this song and the song Ghosts of Change from Into the Unknown, I think. The way he sings the verses, very similar. Cool song. Probably my least favorite, but still a good song. Has its Mercyful Fate trademarks. Greg.
No, I noticed it sounded like Ghost of Change, too, during those parts. That was one of the first things I thought of. I like it. not really one of my favorites on here. It's another one of those where it's a good song, but it's kind of filler to me.
Yeah.
I like it, but
Yeah. Exactly. Lisa?
Well, he had to put a goofy song on there. I mean, that's
Right.
kind of been the theme with the past couple of. You got to have one goofy ass.
It's better than Mandrake. That's all that matters.
Oh, well, God.
Not as goofy as Mandrake. But the lyrics are corny. What's the stick out your tongue and let him taste a little of your blood?
Yeah.
You know, and then it goes from that to tra la la back to the intro part again. It's multi-movement though, so it's got some, you know, that old school. There's a lot of that old. It's a very King Diamond song. He wrote it. It does these switches, like even in the intro, it's like it's major and then boom, it switches to minor. So it's creative. It's got a slam and solo section, and the vocals are freaking over the top. But you know, there's just some corny, goofy shit in there too. But that's what I like about it. Yeah. You know, it's tongue in cheek.
Right. Yeah, it's not a bad song. Ralph?
Yeah, it is my least favorite on here. It's a strange one with those mellow sections. And those mellow sections to me has some charm to it. But this song is kind of just there. You know, it does not have like any climax that you usually get, you know, but that heavy middle section before the solo, I find it to be the best part of the song.
Yeah.
And when King screams, you know, you better watch out. He does it a few times. You know, like I said, man, this is a great album, and this is my least favorite, but it's not a skippable track. I dig it. Yeah. Kiss the Demon.
Kiss the Demon. Buried Alive. This is my second favorite song off this album.
Kissing my demon.
The music is awesome. I love the intro where you can hear some of them digging the grave, you know, that's pretty cool. And the guitar chords in the beginning I like as well. I love the lyric, wake up, you're still alive, wake up and die. I love that. And it's another song, just old school Mercyful Fate to me. Got a lot of old school riffs in there, so it's a good one. Ralph?
Yeah, this one rules. Yeah, I love that great intro with the shovel and the dirt and that little intro riff. And then song just plows along with amazing sections. It's very well crafted too, man, and I consider it like a deep track.
Yeah.
But it's on the album because it's cool when they put some good tracks toward the end. So it doesn't lose, you know, like Kiss the Demon would have sucked if you left it, if it would have been there, you know. But,
oh man,
but you know, it's perfectly placed because it keeps the album kind of alive and vibrant. And I love Buried Alive, and I hate people that don't like this album. So unsubscribe to Rack Salad, you bitch. Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah. Fuck you all. Unsubscribe now.
Yeah, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe to Rack Salad. Subscribe to Beer Vault. I accept bitches over there.
Lisa? Oh, no, you're not a bitch. Just you're next.
Oh, speaking of bitches. Well. Hey, Lisa, what do you got to say? That's all right. I wrote a song called This Bitch. It's autobiographical. So, yeah, I fucking love the song. I think it's classic King Diamond. It's heavy and melodic. And that's the name of the game. And that's why I like Mercyful Fate. It's because it's heavy and it's melodic. It's not like, oh, we have to be all this one thing over here. It's got changes that are cool and they're seamless. These changes are really seamless. The solos are killer. It's multi-movement. Again, like the whole theme of the album, it seems like that verse-chorus thing, it comes back to the main theme. So there's a lot of old Mercyful Fate where, you know how you arrange a song, the A section and the B section, and it'd be like A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, you know, that's a Mercyful Fate song. But here they go back to like the B and C section. So, but what Into the Eyes of a Dead, what? Looking down into the eyes of a dead,
I don't know.
A dead what?
I don't know.
A dead
why did it
flange.
say?
A dead flange.
I think that's a dead flange. I think it's an ESL thing. Every now and then I run into these English as a second language things, like in Avatar albums, and wouldn't he say looking down into the eyes of the dead? But he just said a dead, like a dead person is just a dead.
I honestly thought he said the until you just brought it up.
Says, That's what it sounds like to me, anyway. But
it says so yeah. I don't know.
A dead what?
Just a dead
person.
Something. Anything.
Yeah. But the high harmonies and stuff, it's classic King Diamond. It's classic Fate.
Yeah, I think so.
So, thumbs up.
Greg?
Yeah, great song.
9.
All right, we already said everything, so might as well keep it going.
Keep it going. To the last song and the last of the flange guitars and the flange of anything on this album. Number 9. Regardless of the flange. Cool song and ending for the album. Slow and doomy. I like how the chorus part is has that stops in the with the guitars, and it's got the like Twilight Zone type guitar thing going on, and King singing over that. The song speeds up a little, but still stays in that slow doom groove. Really cool song and great ending for the album. Ralph, this has to be the song you were talking about when we started the show.
Yeah, and like Dead Again, they saved the best for last. I think this is the best damn song on the album, and this to me is not a song; it's an experience. It's just so out there. At first I didn't get this song until I saw the tour. And they opened the show with the song, which is a weird song.
Really?
To open the show to? Yeah, they opened it's an odd song to start the show, but when I watched it played live, it's like I clicked right with it. I was like, oh, it's still not a great song to start live, but it is actually, now I think about it. It's just, you don't think about it when you listen to the studio version.
Right.
But, man, when I watched it, it sold me. It overtook Insane as my favorite track. And I think this is, like I was saying earlier, I think this is the only song in the Fate and King discography that he doesn't use falsetto. You hear it a little bit in the background in one part, but for the most part, he doesn't hit no highs. And that's very unique. And on a scale to 1 to 9, I give this song a 9.
It's funny. A friend of mine, he likes King Diamond, but he's not like a big fan of his or whatever. He doesn't like the high note kind of stuff. And when he heard this album and Dead Again, he kind of likes that stuff a little bit better because King doesn't do all those high, pitch screams and stuff that he usually does. So, it's cool because it for people that don't like that stuff, it maybe brings them into the band a little bit more, So it's cool that he does that. Lisa?
I guess I would have to listen to this song a little more because it seems like, oddly enough, Mike Weed wrote this song. So Sherman didn't write it. King Diamond didn't write it. The intro is so long on this song that the actual song itself is really short, and it seems abrupt to me, and it seems a little anticlimactic to me, the way it ends. Yeah. So to me, it's kind of an anticlimactic ending. It does kick in. It's got this headbanging section. It's got this cool high single note guitar ostinato that, the guitar's playing it, the guitar's playing it, the guitar's playing it, and then everybody plays it at the same time. So I thought that was cool. So there's cool little arrangements and stuff in there. But to me, it just seemed like it was a short song, and it's it's over. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess the album's over now. So it's not hitting me as heavy as Ralph.
Great. Yeah, and believe it or not, Lisa, I thought like you before I saw it live. I didn't really think this song did anything for me when I first heard it. I didn't dislike it. I just thought it was too weird. And then when I saw it live, I was like, oh man. Then after the live show, when I went back and revisited this song, I was like, yeah, this is my favorite track because it's just so out there. I love it.
I like that when you go to a concert and you hear like a song like this or just any song, and you don't really notice it when you listen to the album, but then you play it live.
Yeah, you don't get it. Then when you play it live, you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's like the Klansman, the Iron Maiden song. I mean, I like the Blaze era, but then when I saw Bruce singing it,
Bruce sings it,
and it's just, I was like, holy shit, that's an awesome song. It's so much better than I thought it was,
Well, it's kind of like the entire Saxon catalog. Sorry to say, the albums are kind of, they sound cool, they're cool. And you see them live, it's like, these songs rule.
Yeah. The only essential Saxon album is Eagle Has Landed for sure.
Yeah.
Greg, number 9.
Like Ralph, I did not appreciate the song at first, and then I saw him do this live on the tour, and it's very cerebral, very moody, very creepy song. And that made me like it, although I will say, listening to it today, the intro is much better live than it is to listen to on the record. But I like it as a whole. Very cool song.
Did they use the flange live as well?
I remember. I have a bootleg of that show somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Not the show I saw, but I have a bootleg of the 9 tour on a videotape somewhere.
Well, flange wasn't something I was thinking about at the time, so I
Now you will never not.
You'll notice it every time now.
But like it did sound more distorted like that because that's more, Mike Weed's style, and that's another thing. I think the rest of the band kind of gelled with him more here, and they did something a little different. I don't like saying modern because it's like Mercyful Fate, but thrash. Mercyful Fate.
Right.
But if you ever listen to his first band, Hexen House, this song would make a little bit more sense with as far as it being one that he wrote.
Yeah. I really gotta listen to that stuff.
Yeah. They had some odder interludes like that.
But I was talking to Greg because I just took out the little booklet inside the vinyl. But I used to have the King Diamond shirt with his face on it. Well, I still have it somewhere. I just don't. It doesn't fit me very well anymore. But I used to have that shirt. I always thought that was an awesome picture of the band too. I liked how they looked.
They look dirty.
Yeah, they do. That's a really awesome picture. All right, so awesome album.
Wait. Wait, there is another track.
What? Where?
Yeah,
not on the American
there's a bonus.
release.
No, not on the American release, but there is a bonus track called S8, and it's an instrumental that does not really go anywhere. It has some nice riffs, but I can see why it was left off. But it's about 2 minutes and change.
It's called what? Because you broke up.
SH. SH. S.H.
And that's on what?
On the Japanese.
I guess the
CD.
Japanese CD.
Wait, that must be the first time he's ever gave an extra song to Japanese.
Probably, yeah, you're probably right.
Because he's never given them extra bonus tracks ever.
Sometimes they demand stuff. They'll say, if you're going to do this, you got to give us a bonus track.
Because he's always so against it. Because I think somebody asked him about that, and he was always against it. So that's interesting because I've never ever known that.
And I just punched up the set list of the show I saw, and they open with Lucifer, which is not even live. That tape of Lucifer going into 9. Then Evil, Doomed by the Living Dead, Nightmare, Desecration of Souls, Sold My Soul, Burning in Hell, Melissa, Last Rite, Satan's Fall, The Legend of the Headless Rider, A Dangerous Meeting, and closing it out, Come to the Sabbath.
Yeah.
What a set list.
What a killer set list, man.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Maybe when ever the concerts get back into real life again, maybe I'll go get to see them. Hopefully. I don't know. They seem to only do like big festivals or something now, so who knows? I doubt it. But it'll be awesome. One day we'll get back to normal, right?
I sure hope
so.
I think it'll be next year, but then again, I hope I'm wrong.
I hope so. Lisa, what's going on?
What's going on? Still working on some Splintered Throne tracks for a new album. So that's going a little slower than we'd like, but We just had a pile. We're doing the Dropbox thing. So all these guys just threw all these files into the Dropbox and like, oh shit, this sounds really good. So I've got some more goodies to listen to today.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's like the greatest feeling, Lisa.
Yeah.
When you listen to something that you came up with from scratch, it's such a great feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you know, these guys, it's usually Jason Moser's guitar player. He's been writing the majority of the music. And then I've been writing the melody and the lyrics and putting that on top. And then we've just kind of been tweaking here and there to make those two things meet. So it's been a fun experience in co-writing because I don't co-write typically. So it's been a really fun experience. And I'm just, you know, champing at the bit. It's just tough because, you know, it's getting scary out there with these new COVID variants and stuff. We got an 84-year-old woman and a cancer survivor living in this house. And it's like, we can't be screwing around. So we're just champing at the bit for everybody to get the jab in the arm. And then we can start rehearsing again. Cause it's hard doing stuff remotely.
Yeah. I do know.
I'm the opposite.
You know.
I'm the opposite. I have never written a song alone in my life. I mean, I did once. And I'll never do it again. I wrote a song called Thrash or Die. And
it's a great song.
I brought the idea to the band. And we rehearsed it. We ended up using one of the middle sections for I think Little Massacre. But the song, of course, was like Thrash or Die. Thrash or Die. And then, like, you know, we're going outside and having a smoke. And my drummer's like, you know that chorus that goes thrash or die? I go, yeah. He goes, you should change it to this song sucks.
No.
And then, you know, I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck what people think. But when he said that, I thought, yeah, you know, you're right, dude. Fuck this. I ain't writing shit alone no more. But I did write a middle section that's awesome for that song. It's on Metal Massacre. The middle section of that. So I did write some music. I write a lot of music with the band, but I can't do a complete song. I never have. So, yeah, I mean, even, you know, with co-writing, what I was telling you, Lisa, it's just so amazing. You know, something that you and somebody else, you know, out of thin air, you do, and then when you hear it back, you're, damn, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like my goal is always to write something. Well, when it came to writing The Poisoner, is to write something that I would have bought when I was 16 years old at the local record store that I would have taken home. I would go, hey, this rocks, man. You know, so that's the goal. And that's the goal with this Splinter Throne record too.
Cool. Can't wait to hear it. But yeah, it is very hard to write music. I don't know how anybody writes lyrics. You know,
I'm the lyrics. I write all the lyrics to my song.
God, it's so freaking hard. Me and my friend, we did 8 songs. And he did 4 songs with the lyrics, and I did 4 songs. And 2 or 3 of them I got fairly quickly. But the last one I just did, I had it kind of written down, and then I didn't really like it, but then I just had no idea, so I just gave it to the guy to sing it. And when he sang it, I was like, holy shit, it actually sounds good. So I'm happy with it. But you never know until somebody sings it what it's really going to sound like, you know? So we'll see what happens when it's all complete and done.
Nice.
Ralph, what do you got going on? Anything else?
No, I'm totally bummed.
What happened? What's going on with the Mercyful Fate thing you're doing? You're doing like a little documentary type thing.
I stopped it. I will continue, but I lost the feverish. I need that feverish oomph in my blood system. I started working on it, and then I just thought, I'm kind of not feeling it. Let me push it aside and then get back to it when I feel like doing it again. So yeah, that will not be done as soon as I thought. But you know, I mean, I expect it to be done maybe sometime this year. Maybe it may be in December, but maybe up by then. I'm sure I'll do it. You know, when I get that oomph again. And as far as my musical career, it's totally in the toilet at the moment.
Oh, God, that sucks.
Maybe it may be the end of Thrash or Die.
Why?
And it's just out of my control. I don't have a band, and the main person that I was writing all the songs with I recorded, Atomic Punk with you, with your band, and I did it all at his place. And now him and his wife separated, and he moved to Tampa, 4 hours away, and I got nothing.
Oh man!
So I'm kind of fucked. But I mean, I don't know about Thrash or Die, but I will. I do have a band called Old Leather that will be done, and. But yeah, I mean, what can I do? I mean, I don't stress it. I'm very proud of what Thrash or Die has done. We toured the world. We're in a movie with Lemmy. There are people that have Thrash or Die tattoos. There's Thrash or Die bootleg shirts,
That's awesome.
So I can't complain. Oh yeah, and I gotta stress, the Godfathers of Bay Area DVD with Bob Nalbamian. It has Metallica, Slayer. Like the big names, of the Bay Area. That DVD, the soundtrack is Thrash or Die.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Volume 1's out now, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime. And also Volume 2's coming out in March, I believe. And again, more Thrash or Die music in it. So I can't be prouder, man. So
mailbox money. That's mailbox money.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully things get straightened out, and you get some music.
I will do something again. It's just
you got to learn how to do it yourself. You got to get the little interface, and you get Reaper or whatever program you want. And it's not that hard. It's very easy.
Buy me one.
No, I'm not your. I
got
don't
the
buy
audio box for like $120, man.
Yeah, it's not that
there
bad.
There you go, Wayne. It's only $128. Give me it.
Yeah, sell a couple records.
All those subscribers you got, they can buy you one. Come on.
Go fund me.
Go fund.
I'll pitch you into your GoFundMe.
We'll get him an interface at some point. Greg, what do you got
there
going?
You go. Hey, you got that on
Nothing.
tape.
Good. Nothing at all.
No, nothing.
Just
No.
smoke some weed.
All right, good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pepsi. It's all good.
Check out the Vieira Vault, Almost Human 56 on YouTube.
That's right.
Or
And on
I'm
Red
watching
Sound.
a lot of the Ninja Turtles lately.
Oh, very cool. Turtle power.
Fucking right. Yeah. Here's an ad show. Let's go to pizza.
All right. That's right. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. RedSoundReview.com. Please buy some T-shirts. Please buy some of Lisa's albums at her Bandcamp, and take the demon with you.
And hail Satan.
Kiss the demon, Lisa.
It's the little demon.
Let him bite your tongue. He wants a little blood.
The blood. Schmack 'em a gob.